Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. With that, let's get up to Buffalo. Standing by at New Era Field, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, we are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Ready? 12.
Breeze now on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. A look now at the Miami offense.
Obviously a tough test for this offense right out of the gate. Road game in game 1 of the new year. Conventional wisdom says, go slow, take care of the football. I think in this case, attack early and get the home team back on their heels.
Throwing again on second down. Breeze completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. To throw, it's Breeze. And it's caught by Parker. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They need it. This kind of a start, but I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
For that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Let's go, team. It's going to be another down. It's going to be another down.
Looking to throw on second down. Breeze. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Now Breeze. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Allen now looks to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 25 yards that time. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Allen's throw is complete, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Allen to throw it. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there. Here's a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now a play fake. Breeze. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'll hit them with a screen soon.
Now Breeze. And the pressure gets to him again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Allen now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
On 2nd down now. It's Collins, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. It's complete to Jerron Brown. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Let's go.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
47 Mike, 47.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he'll find Hall. 23 yards, the final tally. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find.
And that's caught inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter.
Both sevens and Mike. Hey, Charlie! Cut!
Allen will try again on second down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Preston Williams, 27 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen.
Devontae Parker, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 40 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch. And he loves that. And he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And a fair catch taken here at the 5-yard line. Interesting. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Hauschka adds the extra point.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense. not give up another touchdown.
Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. Delayed give to Collins. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he Will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown from 21 yards away as his guys are back within a single score.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's Emmanuel Sanders now as he and the rest of the offense march back onto the field. Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Let's go, baby.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
He'll let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
On 2nd and 10, Allen, and he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The sack is by Janoris Jenkins coming in off the corner.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. Here's Allen. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up, Here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
47 is the mic. 47.
Allen now on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Regular. 47 Mike, 47. I got it.
Now Allen to throw. Throwing again. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there. Really
good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Hauschka with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand.
And the pressure gets to Brees as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down, it's Collins. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. On third and long, it's Brees. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Right now to return. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Throwing on first down is Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Now Hauschka to tack on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing on second and long. Breeze. And some room to roam now. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Allen again here on second and 10. That is caught by Williams for a Bills touchdown. Preston Williams, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something Challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Breeze. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That one goes for 24 yards. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10.
47 is the mic. It's out of time. It's out.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Let's get it.
A final shot before half for Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we've reached halftime. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. But we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Come on, fellas.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Check. Crunch.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On play action. Now Breeze. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. I got it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to fight. He's got a man. Complete. 33 yards that time.
Let's go.
What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
To throw, it's Allen. There's that man again. It's complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
A big play here for the Bills. 61 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Allen going to throw. Sanders got it for a Bills touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys continue to pour it on. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there that time, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Able to push his way through. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Hauschka with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
34 yards there and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Breeze. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
For a rookie. First rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White. To throw on 2nd and 6. Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
On 1st down, Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Throwing again, Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Let's go,
A big play here for Buffalo. 61 yards. So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10 clear on the other side of the field.
47's the mic. Here we go. Hey, exit. 47's the mic.
Now Allen again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, we got 4 down. Hey, 81 right there. He's sneaky.
Back now in Buffalo.
43-19.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing on second and long. Allen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jabal Sheard picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play here for the Bills. 44 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Allen escaping the pressure right. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Had two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit. Now Breeze lost the football, but fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there, but how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, bounced right back on and keeps possession. Space to maneuver at the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over at their own 20. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Hall. That one goes for 30 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
from midfield. Here's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass. 4-7's a mic. 4-7's a mic.
And here's Allen to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's how we do it.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
He's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down. Where's the ball? Where would we get the ball?
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been put.
And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Here's Breeze. That's complete. It's Collins. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because
they've got his man complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on fourth down, a change of possession anyway. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Allen going to throw again. Open man here is Foster. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Here's Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
To throw is Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 30. 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing too.
Oh, she's singing. She's
on like the 5th
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he's just saying something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go!
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point put through by Succop as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. To the air. Allen got an open man. It's Foster. The 20, 10, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Getting set to go again on offense. Here's Devontae Parker now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Breeze. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Collins. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Logan Cook now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just 1 kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the...
He's got a man, complete. A gain of 37. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Go, go. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
So Allen's going to look to throw. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with